This is ANN News Brief.
South Africa's main health workers union says it is challenging the government in court over shortages of protective gear for frontline staff who are dealing with the coronavirus cases in the country, and also bracing for a surge in new COVID-19 cases. South Africa now has more than 1,700 confirmed cases, the continent's highest number, and 13 deaths. It is currently under a strict 21-day lockdown in a bid to contain the outbreak. General Secretary of the National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union, Zola Safetha, said in court papers the risk of employees being infected with the COVID-19 virus is real. Many doctors are reportedly buying their own protective gear in a desperate bid to ward off infection. Officials in the worst-hit Gauteng province appealed over the weekend for public donations of ventilators and vital masks and gloves. The union wants the ministers of health and labor, among others, to establish rules on treatment in the absence of appropriate protective equipment. It also expressed outrage last week that many of its members had contracted the coronavirus at a hospital in KwaZulu-Natal province. Uganda authorities say a new swarm of locusts has invaded part of the northeastern and eastern regions of the country, and that this is endangering June's harvest. Local authorities say the pests are already causing damage to farmlands. The country's commissioner in charge of crop protection, Brantwale Tibeyuka, estimates the swarm to be about 5 square kilometers wide, largely made up of young locusts that arrived 4 days ago in a district bordering western Kenya and has since gone inland to other areas. The country experienced an invasion of smaller groups of mature locusts in February. Efforts to control the invasion have been slowed by current restrictions in movement to stop the spread of coronavirus. Experts say locust swarms invasion on farmlands threaten food security in the region. More locusts are expected in the coming months as they continue to form in neighboring Kenya, southern Ethiopia, and Somalia. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network, ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
The United States Africa Command in Somalia says a founding member of the militant Islamist group Al-Shabaab, Yusuf Jeez, has been killed in an airstrike in Somalia. The commander of the U.S. Africa Command, General Stephen Townsend, described Jeez as a brutal, ruthless killer who held senior positions in Al-Shabaab and carried out attacks inside and outside Somalia. A number of powerful Somali militants has been killed in U.S. airstrikes following increased U.S. attacks there since President Donald Trump took office. But every time a jihadist is killed, another one seems to be waiting in the wings. General Townsend said the U.S. considered pausing its operations in Somalia because of coronavirus, but it chose to continue because, quote, the leaders of Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab, and the Islamic State group have announced they see the pandemic as an opportunity to further their terrorist agenda, end quote. That is ANN News Brief at 11. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Ademi.